The Rob Z Show!
Hey, it's Rob back again. I didn't think shoveling snow would inspire so much thought in my head. But I just finished shoveling my driveway. See that? Oh, I dropped my shovel, man. Took me about, 25 minutes. And I got to thinking, man, there's some other stuff that I think is a good point. And these, obviously, all these things that I post on these videos are as much for me as they are for you. And I'm still, like, the stuff that I say, I'm still practicing myself. So don't think I'm putting these videos up being a blowhard and not really practicing what I preach, because I'm practicing this stuff every day and I'm trying to keep these things lodged in my brain every day. And I feel like putting these videos up is a great way for me to activate the words in my brain, and also a great way for me to maybe, if you're trying to figure this stuff out on your own too, then me sharing it with you, that helps with what you're doing. But while I was shoveling snow, I realized all this stuff that I'm thinking, that I'm saying on these videos, I'm currently trying to perfect, or not even perfect, because you never get perfect, but you're trying to make these things better. And one of the things I've always had trouble with is I always see the big picture. I always look for the finished product, and I often forget the small steps. I'm starting to get better at the small steps. I'm starting to get better at remembering that you got to take one step at a time, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said, it's one rep at a time. Each rep counts. So you might think that in the gym, doing that one rep is not going to do anything. You might think shoveling that snow, that one scoop of snow is not doing anything, but you're building towards a bigger picture. And I think shoveling snow for me is one of those things, like you shovel one scoop at a time, and you look at the whole driveway and you think, oh God, I'm never going to finish this whole driveway. I'm never going to get it all done. It's going to take forever. But if you just keep slowly doing it one step at a time, you get there, and before you know it, you're done. But if you look at it as a whole at once, you're like, oh my God, I'm never going to get this finished. I look at this with these YouTube videos. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a long time now. And I kind of did a couple of times, kind of goofed around with the idea, made a couple goofy videos. Nothing really was sticking. But now I'm thinking, like, I always wanted to have something completed. I wanted to be able to look at my YouTube channel and be like, oh my God, I have 100 videos. People can jump on here and pick from one of these 100 videos, and they're going to be like, cool, now I can go to another one. I can go to another one. I'm fogging up. And I never broke it down to one video at a time. And that's what it comes down to. Everything comes down to one step at a time, like that Jordan Sparks song. Yeah, I'm a top 40 radio DJ. Sometimes I quote horrible American Idol pop artists, but it's one step at a time, man. One little brick. That's another thing Schwarzenegger said, who's one of my heroes. If you think that's goofy, Schwarzenegger is an American hero, one of the greatest of all time. Just top to bottom. He was a construction worker. He built houses. He was a monster real estate dude. He was a world champion bodybuilder, a world champion movie star, a freaking governor. The guy has done everything he set his mind to. And he said it's because he never had any fear. He was never afraid to break the rules. He wanted to do it his way. And he went into things with a kid's mindset, never looking at the full thing, the full scope of the finished product. He went in one little step at a time. And sometimes you fail. Sometimes you succeed right away. Sometimes it just takes a long time to get there. But I think the point is, you got to take it brick by brick, shovel by shovel, scoop by scoop. And once you get there, you're like, man, that wasn't bad at all. But sometimes getting there is rough. In the second part of this video, my next door neighbor, you can see their house behind me, he has brain cancer. My other neighbors over here, that's their garage, are from the Ukraine. And they're older. They came here in like 1990 from the Ukraine, right at the fall of the wall, like of the Berlin Wall, and they're old. They're in their 70s, I think, or at least I think they're in their 70s. And he's a bad back. And I go and I shovel both walkways. I shovel both neighbors. I'll shovel the driveway every time it snows, because you got to think. And I just saw this on my radio show. I just talked about this story of this teenager who was coming home from school with his mom. He told his mom to pull over. She's like, why is he telling me to pull over. What's going on? He jumps out of the car. He runs over to this old man. And this old man's shoveling his driveway with a walker and a shovel. I'm like, how the hell do you do that? So this teenage kid helps the old man shovel. He shovels his whole driveway for him. The mom takes a picture, uploads it onto, Facebook or whatever, and it goes viral. And now, like I'm talking about it on my show. People are talking about it. It's getting thousands, millions of likes all over the world. And it's such a simple, stupid, small gesture. I shouldn't say stupid, but it's just like so tiny and minuscule of a gesture, but such a huge gesture at the same time. And that made me think, and this is exactly what this kid said, and this kid's wise, he's probably more wise than I am at a young age, that someday the day's going to come when he's going to need help. Maybe he's older, maybe he's in a situation where he can't get out of it and somebody has to help him out, and he would hope that there'd be somebody like him who would take the time to help him out of the kindness of their heart, even though they have no stake or claim or anything in the situation. And you got to think about that. So when you have a chance to help somebody out, do it. And like I said, practice what you preach, right, Rob? I try to practice it every day. I don't succeed every day because nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You are not perfect, and we all fail in certain parts of our life. So just do that. Try to every day find something where you can, even in the smallest way, help somebody out. And the reward for you might not even think you might think there's no reward for that. There's a huge reward. You get a lot of satisfaction out of that, and it's a good-hearted kind of feeling. We had a food drive yesterday from my radio station at a local grocery store, and I went and bought some groceries to donate, and people come up and they donate all this food, and you got to think, man, like, you're buying something, you're paying money for something for somebody you're probably never going to see. But just the fact that you do that, that reward to you is huge, and that reward coming back from that, the karma of that will roll back onto you. And if you don't believe in karma, try. Just do things that you feel like, why am I doing this? Just do it. Just try. Try to help somebody. Try to donate money to something. And go above and beyond what you should do sometimes. I practice what you preach, Rob. Sometimes I don't go above and beyond. Actually, I usually don't. And I need to do that more. But I feel the rewards come back just from the small things that I do. So another video, me shoveling snow. There you go. There's a lot of life lessons from the small, tiny, goofy things in life. It's weird how these life lessons pop up, and sometimes you don't even see them coming. So if you ever want to find me on Facebook, it's Rob Z Radio on Facebook. If you ever want to find me on Twitter, it's Rob Z Yo on Twitter. Instagram, it's Rob Z Radio. You can see myself, my family on there, and subscribe to my page if you like what I'm doing, and leave a comment. Thank you so much. Goodbye again.